Let me introduce our next paper for the day. We are welcome Shaoke Gong, who is going to present a phenomenological examination of numbness. Shaoke, I hope I pronounced your name well. You can correct me. The floor is all yours.
Uh, Hi, thank you so much, Professor. Let me just put my paper on the screen share. Is it on the screen share right now? I'm sure. Okay, so for my paper, uh, uh, I will be starting with the section one, introduction. In our daily life, most people spend the most of their time on daily routines. But during those times, a feeling of not being present or detaching from the current scene will occur. For example, 3 years ago, a person's family has set a tradition for having dinner together in every Friday night, and the person might be actively engaging in the table chatting in the beginning, and found that was interesting and heartwarming. Uh, however, when it becomes a routine, the person will be still to attend that family dinner, but just with lack of passion and find it hard to participate in the table chat. Um, and According to Dentmer, Sartre calls this kind of feeling as bad faith, and to apply to this example, people trying to avoid the fact that they are tried people trying to avoid the fact that they are tired to attend the family dinner by doing it in a passive way. In addition, Dentmer and Roland has mentioned that the intention of trying to avoid the duty of attending the family dinner will cause a feeling called nothingness, which Sartre said this is a sense of emptiness, and the rise of bad faith will increase the sense of detachment and therefore becomes numbness. The feeling that caused by the numbness to people will be make people not to fully emotionally engaging in some or most moments in their daily life, which becomes an obstacle between individuals and their feelings in the present moment. For example, when someone driving on a highway and the lakes and the trees on the side of the road are very beautiful, but that person did not have uh, any special emotional responses to it when he sees all those beautiful things. And that is what happens when the sense of numbness occurs. This kind of emotion usually will be occur in the experiences that someone has gone through many times and makes the person makes the person does not have the ability or have enough willingness to have any emotional responses to it. As mentioned in Denzing and Douglas, this is a form of not being able to fully engage in living experiences, which would have negative impact to people's mental health and not being able to live a meaningful life. Therefore, this paper will be discussing the feeling of numbness that occurs when people are engaging in their daily activities and discussing the impacts of this feeling, as well as the potential solutions to reduce the feeling of numbness. Section 2, class of numbness. Robert claims that the definition of numbness is the loss of certain emotions that a person should have when he possesses a certain experiences. When a person is in the stage of numbness, the individual will be doing something, but without consciousness of what he is doing. There are many moments in our life that we cannot recall after we have been through it, or we may not even fully recognize what was happening when we were in those moments. Those moments that cause the occurrence of numbness can be varied, one of the most frequent moment will be the time when we are doing our daily routines, such as brushing our teeth, having breakfast or dinner. Therefore, by analyzing this matter from the phenomenology perspective could allow us to have a deeper understanding for the youth class. Oh, yeah, for the youth class of this issue. And according to Padmar and his colleague, to achieving the stage of being present in a currency require both emotion and feelings are functioning consistently, such as if you are feeling something that is scary, then your emotion or body should react in the way that is in accordance with fears. And according to Wright Cliffy, the theory of the theory of the theory of existential feeling, the emotion is a component of one's intentional willingness to experiences and the response of feeling to the present experiences. Therefore, in both factors, feeling and intentions to trigger the emotion, and the feelings are objective and stable, but the intentions are one's subjective willingness. However, Eastwood and Khaled has said that some people, especially the people that like to discover new things, they will find bored when they are doing something repeatedly, which therefore reduces their attention when doing those repeating things. Therefore, an individual's attention will be reduced when doing the similar things, which means one's willingness, emotional response to something will also be reduced, and therefore leads to the feeling of numbness when when repeating the similar tasks every day. Section 3, the numbness is impacts on mental health. The feeling of numbness will have a negative impacts on mental health and personal well-being, which limits people's meaningful engagements with the world. And according to Ding, from the perspective of phenomenology, the emotions are important form of the lived experience, and they play a very important role in allowing the individuals to interact with this world in a meaningful way. And according to Scalar, feeling is an important component of the life body. because the feelings connects with the lived body and allows an individual to be understood by other people. Feelings fosters one's experience to effectively interact with this world. Therefore, uh, therefore, if the function of emotion is limited because the occurrence of numbness, then it will make one's lived experiences least meaningful and effective. With this understanding, if one's lived experiences and the lived body cannot function in a proper way, then it will have negative impacts in their mental health. Let's see. According to Douglas, the emotional absence can also be caused by other factors, such as loss of loved ones, which will be increasing the stress level and therefore leads to series of mental health issues, such as depression. Even though the cause of emotional absence can be varied, the following negative consequences could be similar, which therefore it's important to reduce the numbness in the daily life to prevent it from causing long-term negative effects. Section 4. Potential solution to reduce the occurrence of numbness. In phenomenology, the concept of mindfulness and intentionality could play an important role in reducing the sense of numbness. According to Papin and colleagues, practicing mindfulness through mediation can increase a person's feeling of happiness and reduces the chances of being impacted by the negative experiences, as well as effectively managing one's stress level. Therefore, practicing mindfulness will provide individuals with more power to deal with the negative impacts that's caused by numbness and reduces the risks of having mental health issues. And in addition, according to the research that has done by the Sumtree and the Stewart, practicing the mindfulness through mediation and other methods can have a positive effect in improving one's attentions. With an improved attention, the individuals can have more power in improving their intentionality to make their emotions to be able to focus more on the presence experiences, which will therefore reduce the occurrence of numbness. In terms of intentionality, according to Sokolowski, it refers to the way in which consciousness relates to any object in the life world, and once every thoughts are purposeful as it rises. However, when we are experiencing the feeling of numbness, our thoughts or actions do not focus on the things we were doing, which means at the moment the intentionality is missing. Uh, According to Bedball, the phenomenological epoche and reduction can help in
Epoche.
practicing
Epoche.
mindfulness for uh, can help in practicing mindfulness, focusing on the first person perspective. In another word, those practices will help a person to better focus on the current experiences. And the intentionality also plays an important role, also plays as an important supportive role during this process. And according to Lucy, from the phenomenology perspective, the intentionality is something that helps an individual to connect with the outside world, or in other words, It is a consciousness that allows individual to feel the changes that occurred in the things that is happening in the world, and with this definition, by improving individuals' intentionality means having one's attention to focus on the objects the person is currently observing, which is the present experiences, and therefore to make one's emotion fully engaging in their present experience. And then, as one can better engage with emotions and pay more attention in their present experiences, then the individual will be better to prevent the occurrence of numbness. And last session, session 5, the importance of overcoming numbness. According to Douglas, proper intervention are needed to avoid negative consequences, such as mental health issues. As previously discussed, there's nothing wrong in admitting the existence of numbness as a part of the human nature, but it is wrong to use this argument as excuses to ignore it, and the frequent occurrences of numbness may cause people to be unwilling to continue those daily tasks, and therefore cause negative in people's daily life. This is corresponding to Sartre's concept, bad faith, which is mentioned in Dentmer and Rollins. One's willingness to complete something that they are obligated to is the form of not is the form of bad faith and the cause of numbness. Therefore, overcoming numbness is very important. Overcoming the numbness is also a process to recover one's sense of responsibility. In addition, Denton has argued that fully engaging in lived experiences is also important, which it can make one's experience in life meaningfully and effectively to interact with this world. Therefore, with this idea, overcoming numbness will allow individuals to fully engage in their lived experience and will make sure they have a meaningful living experience. More importantly, being alive means a person has the ability to feel the changes in emotions, disregarding those emotions are present or unpresent. If we turn the numbness to a defense mechanism, then the price will be a person can only live in a world that is meaningless. Conclusion, the sense of numbness occurs during an individual's life who repeats similar tasks every day in a common phenomenon, which will have series of negative impacts to one's mental health and prevent them to live a meaningful life. However, the sense of numbness can be reduced through the power of intentionality and mindfulness. The phenomenology theories that discussed in this paper provides a meaningful analysis in the phenomena of numbness, which dives into the nature of the issue of occurrence of numbness and promoted the idea of having comprehensive experiences in life is very important. Therefore, this paper provides a comprehensive analysis of the phenomena of numbness and discuss potential impacts and solutions for the issue of the occurrence of numbness.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Okay.
Congratulations. If you can stop the sharing, we'll start the Q&A.